I think it's not a real change of strategy in a general thing, because looking at no matter which market in Europe right now, if you look for quality stock, you more or less run into the problem, where can you get stock of? So I think also looking at the Netherlands, it's not really a development in itself that we act as a developer. It will be more like, I guess, a forward funding strategy, that we commit ourselves to buy stock so that the developer might be easier to get financing whatsoever. So I think that's a common way in Germany. We do forward funding for a lot of sale stuff, or let's say pay on the building progress. So that's the way we do a lot in other countries, and I think that's the way we will also progress in the Dutch market, to be able to source product. Because going out there and simply saying we want to buy something, it's quite hard to find something. So it's not like, as Boris mentioned, 2 years ago, nobody wanted to look at Dutch resi. Now everybody wants to look at Dutch resi, and that makes it very hard to get reasonable price swings. And that's just another aspect of trying to creatively source deals across markets.
Well, we are looking at both. We're doing forward funding as well as our own development. There are a few schemes that we found that, using some of the metrics and understanding from the U.S., we can get into a scheme early and improve it to improve the metrics and the end result and the end yields. So we can also go and do our own development because we have that knowledge as well. So we'll do both. Joint ventures, absolutely. We've already discussed joint ventures with developers, other funding sources, municipalities, again, who have land that I was discussing earlier. And we are primarily in London and the southeast, as most are. We're weighted probably 65% toward there, but currently working on projects in Manchester, Birmingham, Edinburgh. So the regional cities also carry enough weight. And something I was listening to the previous group that was here talking about, or I'm sorry, actually it was you, Marcus, saying that you have to have a mobile labor force. And one of the things that allows a mobile labor force is creating a strategy and a brand that allows you to penetrate equally throughout the market in the same way that hospitality does, is the best way to think about it, so that if there's someone in Manchester or Edinburgh who wants to come to London, if they've been living in a sort of Lothbury branded experience, that they know that they can go and have a similar experience in London, and you can retain your tenant base because of that, and it actually facilitates movement within the market, and I think that it works very well. So as a strategy, we definitely want to be outside of London.